What if you could trade places with someone you love to truly understand their struggles? That's the powerful question behind Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush, a timeless art rock masterpiece that defied its era and, decades later, conquered the charts again thanks to Stranger Things. But what made this track so hypnotic and otherworldly? Let's dive into the story behind it and recreate the magic in my studio. In 1985, Kate Bush recorded Running Up That Hill for her Hounds of Love album, using her home studio as a playground for innovation. The track all began on a Fairlight CMI, a revolutionary sampler that allowed her to craft her soundscapes instead of relying on presets like the Yamaha CS80, a synth used heavily in her production. She said, "I just found this sound that I thought was a brilliant sound for the riff, and I knew I wanted a military drone-like atmosphere that would surround it all." Kate worked with her collaborator Del Palmer to program the drum machine to achieve that drone-like atmosphere. She recalls, "I asked Del to set a lean pattern. I sung him the part, and we set that to play the pattern round and round, while I worked out the vocal that would go over the top. The LinnDrum provided the heartbeat of the track, with its tom-heavy rhythm giving the song its haunting drive." But Kate didn't stop there. She used a Quantec reverb unit to freeze a harp-like sample from the Fairlight into a hypnotic drone. This created that mesmerizing intro that draws you immediately. And this is where the LinnDrum comes in. Kate's collaborator, Stuart Elliott, later added live snare fills to bolster Linn's group, but the foundation was all drum machine. Let's lay down that iconic beat. Once the rhythm was in place, Kate layered her vocals, putting emotion into every lyric. She added backing vocals and had her brother, Paddy Bush, enhance the choruses with the ethereal sound of a balalaika. Kate describes the process. They pulled some bass down that was very much in there, with the toms to emphasize that rhythmic feel. I put some freak-out voices over it all, and all I needed was a guitar to finally build it. Kate's genius wasn't just in the instruments she used, but in her ability to create depth and warmth. She passed the track through her 8-track recorder to achieve that signature analog vibe. I'm going to do the same, recording my recreation into the Tascam PortaStudio to capture that vintage warmth. You can download the CMI Fairlight as a pay what you wish. Something cool about that is that there's already some samples uploaded to the Fairlight of the song Running Up That Hill. As you can see, I used the Fairlight CMI and sampled the sounds to the Digitakt, and then I'm gonna be passing them to the Logic Pro. Now to refine the track, I'm using some plugins from Logic Pro and some others that I downloaded for free. I am using also the Valhalla plugins that you can download for free in their website. I'm gonna leave the link in the description of this video. I am also using the Quantec reverb that is actually included in the new version of Logic Pro. I'm gonna pass the final mix to the Tascam 424 and from the 24 to Logic Pro to hear the final results. It's no wonder this track has stood the test of time, resonating with new generations almost 40 years later. If you love the stories behind these iconic tracks, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me for more nostalgic explorations.